Hello and welcome to Sport This Morning. I'm Cecilia Amogwe.
It's great to have you join us again. I'm Taya Salam. Okay, let's get over the show now. And the wait is over. And the Chan Eagles know who they will play in the quarterfinals of the African Nations Championship. It's going to be Angola. So it's a very, very, very big hurdle for the Super Eagles of Nigeria at the African Nations Championship in Morocco. Angolan hurdle, Cecilia. Are you worried? Are you shaking in your boots?
No, I'm not. I mean, I think Ikechukwu knew all along, all the while he was talking about the quarterfinals. He kept talking about Angola, so he knew already. I think they're already praying for the Angolan team on Saturday. Okay, still on the program, we'll be talking football, of course, staying with football. Arsenal booking a date at Wembley. They were able to overcome a Chelsea by 2-1. Of course, Arsenal, they are, going for their first trophy of the season against Manchester City.
Against Manchester City. That's a big, big game to look forward to. And a lot of Arsenal fans are getting carried away yet again because they feel they might just get their hands on a trophy this season. So congratulations to Arsenal for that very good win over Chelsea. Also on the show, Cecilia. Yeah,
first-time finalists. Talking about these two ladies, they will be going for their first Grand Slam title. Not just first Grand Slam title, also the world #1 ranking is also at stake. Wozniacki is 2, Halep is 1, and if Wozniacki gets to win the Australian Open title, it will be her first Grand Slam. Same thing with Simona Halep, and of course she will overcome her as world #1. So there's a lot at stake at the Australian Open final for the women's singles event.
Simona Halep, look at the joy on the face of Caroline Wozniacki. I mean, first final.
Never been to the final of the Australian Open.
Remarkable stuff, Cecilia. We'll come back to the Australian Open in a bit, but we will start off with the National Basketball Association. Cecilia, we always like to do that. That's because we have a couple of Nigerians really doing the country proud. Right, so we'll start off with the matchup between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Portland Trail Blazers. Nigeria's Alpha Rukaminu, starred in that particular game. They won it by 123 to 114. That's the win for the Portland Trail Blazers. Damian Lillard, top scoring for Portland with 31 points. But I talked about Alpha Rukaminu. He had a decent game as well. Now, Cecilia, he had 15 points in that game. And this guy, I mean, is a bona fide NBA player. There's no doubt about it. Basically, the only one Nigeria really has. The other Nigerians that are in the NBA, that are not exactly Nigerians because they're not playing for the Tigers. But Alpha Rukaminu continues to do his thing for the Blazers, then hunt for playoff spots. And at the end of the season, I won't be surprised at all if they indeed make the playoff spots in the Western Conference.
That's what we're hoping.
Right, so let's move on quickly, Cecilia. Let's go on to the matchup between another Nigerian was in action here. Victor Oladipo is still, the authorities are still trying to convince him to play for the country. Right, Victor Oladipo, arguably the most improved player in the NBA this season. He led the Pacers to a 116-101 victory over the Phoenix Suns. And this is just coming a couple of days after he was selected as an All-Star for the first time in his NBA career. Remember, he's been in the NBA for like 5 years,
5 years now.
So
first time making the All-Stars.
Awesome, and he responded with a very good performance.
21 points it was for him. 9 assists. And which was really a good one on the night. And to cap it up, the fact that they won the game. Sometimes your performance may not just be enough for the team. But hey, he was on fire on the night, having a 6 of 11 point shooting, which was really a great one for him on the night.
Decent for Victor Oladipo. We wish you all the best now for the remainder of the season. Let's move on to the other matchup between the Celtics and the Los Angeles Clippers. And the Celtics, they lost 4 in a row, but they bounced back. They rebounded nicely to defeat the Clippers by 113 to 102. Kyrie Irving scoring 20 points in that game. Jason Tatum as well too, contributed his part with 18 points in that victory. That mini slump, is it safe to say it's over now?
That's what I think.
Really?
They had it. This is the second time they're having that one, but I think it should be over now.
It should be, right?
I don't think Celtic will continue like this because they know how big it is when Cleveland's are not doing well. So we're thinking they should be the king of the East. If they're not taking advantage of that, then they don't have anyone to blame at all, just themselves.
Okay, fingers crossed as to see whether they have really turned the corner. I'm talking about the Boston Celtics. There was also a matchup between the Rockets and the Mavericks. And at 104-97 in favor of Houston. James Harden scoring 25 points in that victory after being named into a 6th All-Star as an All-Star. He's been named for the sixth time as an All-Star. That's James Harden. Is having a great season yet again, just like he did last year. And last but not the least, the matchup between Chicago Bulls and Philadelphia 76ers ended 115-101 in favor of the 76ers. And there was only one man that is worth talking about in this game, Ben Simmons. Cecilia, we talked about Ben Simmons during the NBA Global Games when they went to Wembley, right? This guy is an absolute monster, and he's going to be a superstar barring any injury worries, any serious injury. Let me put it that way. Ben Simmons on the night, just check that out. 19 points, 17 rebounds, and 14 assists.
Triple-double.
Incredible. Fifth in his career.
Fifth in his career, and he's so young.
And he's so young.
He's making these waves like this.
Yeah.
And he asks himself,
I'm a big fan of Ben Simmons, and I remember he was drafted number 1 overall pick, that was in 2016, and he's starting to make his mark now. He's Australian, Cecilia, and are you worried that he might actually play for Australia at the Commonwealth Games, and Nigeria should be worried? Nah.
I'm not sure he's not going to play, because I know most of the NBA players obviously are not going to be coming. So 43 NBA games he's played, and 5th career triple-double already. So he's a star you need to watch it for.
So good for Nigeria, right?
Okay, good for Nigeria that he's not going to be there. Yeah, good for Nigeria. But I don't think, how would you release? He's not going to play, so he's not even debatable at all. Because no team is going to let their best player go
in the middle of the
Commonwealth Games, not the Olympics.
Nah,
so
totally agree. So
the Australians will miss a whole lot.
Okay, so that's
the NBA.
That's for the NBA. Let's go on and quickly talk about what's going on down under. That's the Australian Open, first major of the year.
No, before that, to talk about Tiger Woods, yes.
Okay,
I'm so quick to talk about the Australian Open. You know, we'll talk about those ladies.
Halep and Wozniacki. Let's do Tiger Woods first of all.
Yeah, I think Tiger was relaxed, confident, thinking, okay, it's the right time. He's coming back, returning to the PGA Tour, so to speak, the insurance championship, talking about the famous insurance champion. The championship he has won, like, he almost earned it multiple times. I'm trying to remember how many times he's won it, like...
He's won it several times. Several times,
yeah, so it's more like to be named after him right now. But he's set for the return today, and he's really happy that he's just coming back. He was able to speak to the media as much as about 23 minutes at Torrent Pine. So if you look at this